everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 44 of Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Comic Review. Now as you know, we're up to the 44th issue in my review for Sonic the Hedgehog, the IDW series. Now as you know, this issue is meant to sort of explain how Belle came to be, only partly. So the story mainly starts off how Sonic's managed to defeat Deadly Six, saying, "You're not going to overpower Tails' tech." On that note, your ride is here. And of course we got Tails' transport. So of course, they point out that they're going to be sent home, and that the Zappy Zappers will deactivate as soon as they get back to Lost Hex. And says, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out, or do I really don't care." So of course we see Zavok saying, "After all we've done, you're showing us mercy? We already won, that's enough." You know, aside from it being really humbling for you guys. So of course we see how Zavok points out that he's going to regret showing mercy. And we see how in Sonic's flashback, everyone calling him out for most of the events that happened. From the Metal Virus, to Eggman being redeemed as Mr. Tinkerer, and Metal Sonic. So of course we see how Sonic says that he's not going to sacrifice his principles out of fear, but you can tell from his expression that he is having second thoughts. And Zavok says, "I can respect that." And of course leaves not before giving an evil grin. And the transport taking them to Lost Hex. We see how Belle says that the Chaotix are out looking for Belle. And we see Sonic saying, "Don't worry, Joe, if anyone can find them, it's them." That said, it wouldn't hurt for me to look too. And of course, we kind of see in Belle waking up in one of Sideline's laboratories saying, "Where am I? What's going on? Finally, you'll have the most outburst startup routine. Then again, your unorthodox design is perfectly why I sought you out. I don't understand." I like how there's a reference to Transformers with the Matrix of Leadership. And we see how he wants to kind of look out Belle's design after Eggman made her as Mr. Tinkerer. And we see Belle saying, "I wasn't built by Eggman." "That's true, to an extent. I suspect you don't know the full story." "There's no story to it." "Tut-tut, little puppet lies will make your nose grow." And he points out how back at Eggman's defeat in Sonic Forces, the people of Windmill Village found him, nursed him back to health, but of course thought he was a kind old tinkerer until Sideline brought him back. And in pointing out about his designs and that, we see how Sideline points out that Eggman always had a certain style to his creations, a more sort of Frankenstein feel, while Mr. Tinkerer's one was more unique. And we see Belle so angry saying, "You took my father from me!" And of course the computer loads up Belle's designs. And we see Sideline saying, "Yes, such passion, such realistic emotion, sensational. Don't you even care? Are you even listening to me?" So of course we see how Belle points out about her origin, how she was created by Mr. Tinkerer, who helped design and build the rides and that. We see the people of Windmill Village welcoming Belle with open arms and wanting to give her a chance. But tragically, Eggman was brought back to normal and released the Metal Virus. Only Belle was unaffected and was all alone. So of course the villagers kind of didn't want to give her another chance and thought she was a spy. So of course, despite her best intentions, they just kind of saw her as an outcast, and one day ran away to go looking for Mr. Tinkerer, until meeting Sonic and Tails. So of course, we see how Sterling looks at all of the designs from Belle, and we see Belle disappointed that nobody cares about her until being saved by Espio, who gets the wrong end of the stick and thinks he's a ghost. So of course, Vector and Charmy show up to save the day, and Sterling saying, "Glorious, how did you even find me so quickly?" "All parts of being a good detective." "Yeah, and now we know where your evil lair is." So of course we see him laughing about it, and that this wasn't his lair. So we see Sterling using his device, and managing to sort of dodge Espio, Vector, and Charmy's attacks. And we see Sterling making a break for it, and Vector saying, "Are you okay? Did he hurt you?" "He broke my heart." And of course we see how Vector figures out that Belle now knows the truth, and says that everything's going to be okay, and that her friends are waiting for her. We see how on Lost Hex, that the ship now lands back on the planet, with Savok and the others now defeated, disappointed they didn't get what they wanted. But we see how Savok plans to do a counterattack and one day get revenge on Sonic and his friends. And yeah, ending the story, which the next issue would have Amy, Tangled, Belle, and Jewel on a camping trip. And yeah, this is the story. So in my opinion, issue 44 is kind of okay. I think if they had it shown Belle's origin to how she was created and made, maybe we would have had a more good filler storyline. This one I think had potential, but it's not too bad. So I think it definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.